You're welcome back to the show. Many thanks for staying with us. Now we continue our special reports on the Ghana Month series, and today we take you to the Eastern region. Correspondent Maxwell Kudeko looks at some interesting names and how they came about.
In the Eastern region, you will hear interesting names of towns like Akote, Kotiesi, Ekeye Mobo, Kote Yabwa, Ampegwe, Obotumpai, among others. Today on Ghana Month, JoyNews set the spotlight on Betum, Cluetown, and Monrovia, all in the New Jabe municipality, and Ampegwe in the Suhum Municipal Assembly. Betum is one of the traditional towns in Koforidua. It is almost at the heart of Koforidua. Nana Yao Anobuaten II is the Insania Hene of New Jabe traditional area. He was born and raised in this area. He tells us how the town was named Betum.
Literally, Betum means that you just came impromptu. You just arrived impromptu. So, but metaphorically, the name came from the fact that when the Jackson's Park was constructed around, the Jackson Park was actually started between 1923 and 1925 when Koforidua had assumed a traditional area and there was the need for the town to be reconstructed through road construction and a proper layout to be made for the town. So that area, which we now know as Jackson Park, was actually called Ochikrom, and it consisted of about 52 hamlets. So those people living there were ejected, and most of them had to leave to settle at Akwadum, Sushen, and then Jumapo. They had to go back to the area. And those who didn't want to go decided to settle just some few meters away from the Jackson's Park. And those were the people who were financially sound. Those were the people who had cocoa farms, and they were dealing in cloths and all those things. So they had a lot of money. They started constructing such buildings in the area. Little did people know that that bushy area we now call Betum was going to be settled by very rich people. Now, when after some years, people came to an area they already know as a forest area and a farmland, only to see very modern in quotes, because around those times, if you were able to put up a brick building, then it means it was a skyscraper around that time. And the people who visited those areas said, "Hey, we there Yababetum," because they never dreamt of that place being developed into a modern residential area. So they began to call the area Betum. That we have, they've been shocked by the residential development that has taken place in that area.
One of the popular communities in Koforidua is Cluetown. The mere mentioning of the name suggests that it may have been named after a prominent personality called Clue, but that isn't the case. The community was named after a group of people whose occupation was dislodging of pan latrine. Nana explained the source of the name Cluetown.
Cluetown, which shares a boundary with Nsukwao, has nothing to do with any crew, any let's say named crew. Actually, this is a history that we needn't tell at this time of Ghana's development, because this time We don't need to denigrate anybody's background or anybody's history. But history cannot be distorted. Gone were the days when we have the pan latrines. And the pan latrines, you have to discharge them. Those people who were actually doing the work of discharging the pan latrines in most homes were the crew people. And the crew people are not Ghanaians. They were people from Liberia. The crews are from Liberia. Most of them are from Liberia. And the area they settled was the area we now call Crew Town. So
that's it for Ghana Month. And of course, remember that this Saturday we're doing a Fajato. You want to be a part of that trip.